All right. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to our Beyond Your Diagnosis event. My name is Alicia McPeak, and I'm going to be hosting tonight along with Kristen, April, and Stacy. Welcome, ladies. So we're here in order to network with mission-driven people on the topic of family health. You've been invited because we would love for you guys to know what we're up to and share our experiences with you. This is going to be relaxed and fun. You don't have to do anything. We're just going to share some quick information and some stories and hope you enjoy listening. Perhaps you'll think of someone in your life who needs to hear this information as well. So thank you again for coming. It means so much to us. But to kick it off, I want to ask you guys all a question. Would you agree that being healthy today can be a challenge? Yeah, and especially when we're talking about health from a wellness perspective like we are tonight. We'd all love to look good and feel good and live a long life, and we know it's our job to make it happen, right? But sometimes it's just complicated and pleasant and even confusing. And that's where we come in. We'd like to introduce you to a movement called the Healthy Living Revolution. We're part of thousands of others. We are with thousands of others, a part of a very unique community where together we're taking health back, and we're doing it in ways that are simple, doable, and fun. The goal of the Healthy Living Revolution is to come alongside families who want better health, meet them where they are, and empower positive change along the way. Let me take you through the 3 doorways that we use to inspire healthy living around the world. First of all, we have our free resources. Second, our nutritional support. And third, the organization that makes this all possible. First up, free resources. The team at Healthy Living Revolution has created a selection of fantastic resources for families to use. We have a seasonal cookbook of clean and easy recipes. We have short webinars on trending and those confusing health topics. We have a home fitness series, and our Start Strong program was developed to raise up a generation of active, healthy children with a positive body image and good nutritional habits. You may want to take a look at these resources, so we'll send you the link to the Healthy Living Revolution website after the call. Next is our nutritional support. Let's talk about nutrition. Nutrition is the foundation of good health, and we all know that, right? We have to flood our bodies with the most important foods we could ever eat, which are raw fruits, vegetables, and berries. Raw, ripe, organic fruits, vegetables, and berries. They're not just good for you, though. They're absolutely critical. We're supposed to eat a wide variety, 9 to 13, and even more if you have a chronic illness. Every day, but almost nobody does. And think about it. How many days in the past week have you even gotten the 9 to 13? Right? Even the best eaters need help. And that's why we're so thankful for the nutritional support of something called Juice Plus, which we're going to share with you tonight. So what is Juice Plus? Well, it's over 30 different raw, vine-ripened whole foods. It's concentrated nutrition. It's non-GMO'd. It's NSF certified. And I like to call it basically like a salad in a capsule. It's important to understand the process that these fruits and veggies go through to be encapsulated or to be put into our chewable form. First of all, our fruits and vegetables and berries are completely vine ripened. They remain attached to the plant until the nutrition is fully developed. Then the fruits and vegetables are ground up. This is better than just juicing. We use the entire whole food, including peels and leaves and seeds whenever possible, which provides much more nutrition. In an orange, for example, 80% of the vitamin C is found in the peel. I don't know about you, but I'm not eating a whole lot of orange peels these days. Then it's slowly dried at low temperatures, preserving the life nutrients, and then put into capsules or chewables. Here's what I love about Juice Plus. First of all, it's scientifically proven. Juice Plus is literally the most thoroughly researched nutritional product on the planet. We have over 35 published studies in peer-reviewed medical journals by the best medical centers and universities around the world. And it's not a vitamin. Sorry, it's not a vitamin. It does not have a supplement label. It actually has a nutrition label. And it's the same label you guys would see on the bag of a frozen broccoli in the grocery store. The government even considers this food. There's no warning label. It's safe for people of all ages. You could be pregnant or nursing. You could be a child or elderly. Even professional athletes can consume Juice Plus. Then we have our chocolate and vanilla complete, which is vegan, gluten-free, whole food protein. They're full of fiber and amino acids, and literally, I call it veggie crack. It's fruits and veggies in a shake. You can use it pre or post-workout for a healthy snack. We have bars that complement the shakes. We also have our new Omega blend, which is a completely plant-based omega, and it has a full spectrum of omegas, 3, 5, 6, 7, and 9. And we have this little beauty right here, probably one of my favorite things. This is our Tower Garden. These are just all more ways to add more whole food nutrition to our family's diets. We also have a 4-month program with a 10-day jumpstart, and it's called Shred 10. Together, we shred the foods and habits that are not serving us, and we stay closely connected for support. And feel free to check out the resources at Shred 10 after the call as well. All right, so first up though, we're going to just share some of our stories. We're going to tell you our experiences here tonight, and that's all we're sharing with you. It's just simply our experiences. Take from it and learn from it what you will. We're just really excited to share. So first up, Stacy, would you share first?
There we go. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, great. Hi, my name is Stacy Pearson, and I have a degree in animal science, pre-veterinary medicine, and I'm also a business owner. And I've always had an interest in health and wellness. My husband Todd had actually a history of chronic prostate infections that probably spanned over a range of 10 years. And since I'm a phlebotomist, we decided that we were going to make a conscious effort to monitor his PSA levels every 6 months versus usually it's just a once a year check. And it was about 3 years ago that one of the tests showed a change in the level, and my husband was diagnosed with prostate cancer. So of course we were really shocked because this is the type of cancer that normally is diagnosed at a much older age. And this was a really hard time for us, and we had so many questions. My biggest question was, I was thinking to myself, I thought we were doing the right thing. I felt like we were doing better than the average American family when it came to eating. We were drinking smoothies, we were eating fruits and vegetables daily, and my kids were actually antibiotic free at age 6 and 8. So after weighing the options of either radiation or surgery, Todd decided that he was going to have a full prostatectomy. So after the surgery, his doctor sat us down and he talked to us, and he said, we really need to make a diet change because now Todd's cancer genes had been turned on. So I started the research for a cancer preventing diet, basically. And during that time, I learned that the cancer cells cannot live in what's called an alkaline diet. And so I knew that our best line of defense was to try and get an alkaline diet going. That would be fruits and vegetables, and where cancer cells cannot live. And things like sugar, animal protein, dairy, gluten, alcohol, and even stress causes acidity that allows cancer cells to survive. So for our family, this was going to involve an increase from probably 4 to 5 fruits and vegetables a day to around 18. And I really had no idea how I was going to accomplish this. But thankfully, one of my friends introduced us to Juice Plus, and we started taking it right away. And then if you want to fast forward 10 months post-surgery for my husband, this doctor was shocked to find out that he wasn't taking the medication that most men take for the rest of their life, and his blood work had looked the best it had in 10 years. So I believe Juice Plus helped him recover quicker. I also believe in being your own advocate, which I think is really critical when it comes to fighting disease. So I know that my family will continue to eat Juice Plus.
So what an amazing story, and really good for your doctor. All right, April, I'm going to spotlight you now. If you would share next.
Hi, my name is April Sitterly, and my family started taking Juice Plus in 2012. But in 2016, my daughter, who is now 13, was diagnosed with stage 3A nodular melanoma. I knew that she was going to have multiple surgeries and treatment. So I decided to double up on her Juice Plus because I felt like just bridging the gap probably wasn't going to be enough what she was going to have to face. So anyhow, through her surgeries, her second one, it was removing all of the lymph nodes from her left groin area. And we were told she would need to stay a minimum of 2 nights, possibly 3, based on the pain that she would have from that surgery. It turns out that we got to leave the very next morning because she didn't have any pain and she was healing much, much quicker than they expected from all of the surgeries. So then we began the treatment for her, and it was year-long weekly injections of interferon. Our family had the privilege of going to the Pediatric Melanoma Summit in Colorado, where we were able to meet the other families whose children were either going through the treatment, had completed the treatment, or would be starting the treatment soon. And we were really pleasantly surprised at Skylar's response to the treatment being on Juice Plus compared to the other children that were not. The other parents had said that their children had lost that year of their life. They weren't able to go to school. They had massive hair loss, massive weight loss, and Skylar was able to go to school 5 days a week. She even made a team on her basketball team for her school while doing her treatment. So we feel like it helped her heal faster from her surgeries and have a better treatment, better life while she was going through her treatment. So we're going to continue to take Juice Plus to help keep from that nasty beast coming back.
Wow, April, this is the first time I've heard your story, and what a tremendous story. You know, a cancer diagnosis for anybody is scary, but when it's your child, it has to be tremendously more so, I would imagine. Thanks for sharing.
Thank you.
Kristen, let me spotlight you, and would you like to share next?
Thank you. I'm Kristen Staub, and I have a master's in food science and human nutrition. My husband, Corey, and I have 3 teenage boys, and we did used to eat the standard American diet, and oftentimes depending on fast food because of our busy schedules. But 5 years ago, Corey's doctor found a small nodule on his thyroid during a routine physical, and he was diagnosed with stage 1 papillary thyroid carcinoma. The only option the doctors gave us were to surgically remove the thyroid and then medication for the rest of his life. Corey was only 39 years old, and we were scared. This fear blinded me to all other options available. And I remember thinking, I just want this horrible thing out of my husband's body. The pathology report confirmed cancer, but it also revealed Hashimoto's, which is an autoimmune disease where the body attacks the thyroid gland. His immune system was completely out of whack, allowing cancer to grow and having an autoimmune disease. We went through months of hypothyroid hell. Many days during this time, he was only awake for a few hours at a time, and then he was back in bed again. Eventually, we got back to normal, but my eyes had been opened. Cancer and an autoimmune disease at 39. What the heck? I revisited my college days of digging through scientific research, and I found so many people who had healed their cancer and their autoimmune disease by making lifestyle changes, starting with nutrition. I also found that when the immune system is worn out, weakened, and bombarded by toxins, it doesn't work right. So we have these natural killer cells that eat cancer cells. And when these cells aren't healthy, they don't work, and then the cancer can grow. People with a disease need a massive amount of fruits and vegetables, about 18 to 20 servings a day, to heal their cells and to flush the toxins. So a friend introduced me to Juice Plus. And while this all made sense to me, I still needed to see the research on how Juice Plus worked in people. I found 5 research studies showing Juice Plus supports a healthy immune system, 6 studies proving it protects healthy DNA, and 1 study at MD Anderson Cancer Center demonstrating an increase in the quality of life in cancer survivors. So adding to Juice Plus to our family was a no-brainer. Corey will always need his thyroid medication, because he doesn't have a thyroid. However, his cholesterol has continued to drop. His blood tests have showed that his overall inflammation has decreased. And now our focus is on prevention. And so we will always eat Juice Plus.
Wow, Kristen, your family's really lucky that they have that thorough researcher in you. Thank you so much for sharing your story. You guys all brought back a lot of emotion for me tonight. Like, I'm sure it's emotional for you guys when, as I said, when you get a cancer diagnosis, it's always scary. I remember hearing the doctor say cancer was the last thing I expected to hear. And I kind of went into that Charlie Brown mode where you can't hear anything and then everything kind of goes blurry. It's exactly how I felt. And you guys probably can relate to that, because it's always scary. When I was diagnosed with cancer, I had a 5-year-old who was just starting kindergarten. And my story is similar to your husband's, Kristen, in that we had the same diagnosis. But the difference for me was that I wasn't eating the standard American diet. I had become a vegan at 20. I'm a holistic nutrition and wellness coach. I've been researching and loving everything about health and healing through nutrition my whole life. And so I started juicing and eating a plant-based diet, a vegan diet, before it was even a word, and more than 30 years ago now. And so when I was diagnosed with cancer at the age of 35, I was really shocked. Not that a cancer diagnosis is never not shocking, but I was eating better than anybody I knew. And I didn't really understand that. Now, I do understand more about why that happened to me now, and I'll explain that a little later. But I do know that also my health was always behind the 8 ball, and I was always trying to get to what I call baseline, just normal health. Forget getting to optimal health. I just wanted to be normal. I suffered from depression and severe acne. I suffered from energy issues from a very young age, which is part of the reason I was very interested in nutrition. But as I moved forward with this cancer diagnosis, because of my background and through a tremendous amount of research, I chose a non-traditional approach. I decided to heal my cancer through nutrition. And that is not for everybody. And I'm not making any claims here because it absolutely has to be a personal decision and something that always resonates with you, whatever you choose. But it was also very shocking and scary to everybody around me. As I mentioned, I had a kindergartner, and she didn't even want to go to school every day. She was very frightened every day about what was going to happen if she wasn't there. So I'm healing through massive amounts of juice, eating a 85% raw plant diet. And after 3 months, I did finally agree to have my affected thyroid removed for the sake of my family, because they were very afraid. Well, that created a whole other host of problems. I mean, I spiraled way down. I'm missing half my thyroid. At this point, I was diagnosed with Hashimoto's as well. So I already had depression. Now it was getting worse. I already had energy issues. Now I couldn't get off the couch. My youngest daughter would play with her little dolls, and she'd go, "Let's put mommy on the couch," because that's where she always is. That was the life and legacy I was leaving my family. And it was awful. I finally found somebody to naturally compound a thyroid prescription for me, and that got me vertical again. And once I was vertical, I doubled down. My background says more really does matter. 18 to 20, who's going to get that? So I started juicing 2 quarts of vegetable juice every day, drinking a whole pitcher of green smoothie, eating a half a pound of salad every day. I taught my clients to do the same. And I really thought I was in optimal health at this point. But I was still asking myself, why did I get cancer? And you may be asking yourself that same question. Well, I know why. There were 3 largely contributing factors as far as I can tell. One was sugar, the other was stress, and the other was gluten. We know that sugar feeds cancer. Otto Warburg proved that. That's why they put cancer on radioactive isotopes to scan your body with. And we know that it lowers your immune system. Bam, bam. Okay, then stress. I always have lived at a high level of stress. Stress is something I have to get control over, sugar and stress. So stress prevents the formation of T cells and those natural killer cells, Kristen, that you were talking about. It absolutely prevents the formation of those. And the other I feel like was gluten, because it's also all about gut health. So I just continue to heal my body. And then 7 years later, Juice Plus comes in my life. I'm also taking a fistful of supplements at a time and doing all that massive work, which I was okay with and I was dedicated to, because now I'm preventing cancer from reoccurring and reversing an autoimmune disease, right? I'm perfectly happy with that. But what I saw was everybody that I loved couldn't do what I was doing. Everybody I worked with had trouble doing what I was doing. So I see concentrated nutrition from plant foods in a capsule. It's affordable, it's easy, and it's so doable. It was a no-brainer for me. Plus, I had scientific research. The thing that surprised me, though, guys, was I didn't expect to notice anything happening in myself at this time. I thought I was as good a health as I could get. So when I started having more energy, when I didn't even think I had an energy issue, that was a big deal. After a period of time, about 6 months, my hair had started growing and filling in again. People started commenting on that. But the most impactful thing for me was the day that I realized that I was just happy, that I felt full of joy and happiness the way we should be, the way we're designed to be. I actually didn't even really recognize it at first because I'd never experienced that before. But we get that now. All right, so thank you so much. Let's move on from here. Okay, so now we're going to talk about the Freedom Revolution. This is our business community, and the main mission of the Juice Plus company is to bring freedom through improved health. It's important to know that about 80% of Juice Plus is used by happy customers who have no affiliation whatsoever with the Juice Plus company. Then there's those of us who are serving these customers. We've partnered with the Juice Plus company as a business opportunity, and we're paid very well to do a lot of good. So as you listen to our stories, perhaps you can think of someone who may need this in their life as well. But let's address a couple of common questions first. So who is this Juice Plus company and how does it work? Well, it's a business that is open to anyone 18 years or older, and it's called a virtual franchise, and it's just $50 a year to own. We have an online office and a personal website, and we can literally run our business from any place, anytime, anywhere. We earn residual income by simply sharing Juice Plus by word of mouth, and the company does everything else. They manufacture Juice Plus. They deliver and bill and collect from our customers. They pay us by direct deposit every single month. There's no inventory to keep, and the only Juice Plus I ever touch is my own. All commission levels are permanent. There's no quotas or minimums, and we have the freedom to choose our own individual pace. Plus, there's no glass ceiling, no income or territorial restrictions, and the Juice Plus company is in over 20 countries to date. Okay, so what's so great about this Juice Plus company? Well, we were formed nearly 50 years ago by President and founder Jay Martin, and he's still at the helm today. We are privately held, we are debt-free, and we're a multi-billion-dollar company. We have a family benefits package at the top positions, including medical, dental, disability, life, long-term care, chiropractic, and prescription, along with college assistance, holiday bonuses, and a monthly expense allowance. Who doesn't know somebody who's working a job they hate just for benefits? This business can produce short-term cash or be a long-term wealth building or retirement strategy. And by the way, not only does the Juice Plus company inspire healthy living, but healthy giving as well. We've impacted over 1 million families with the free Juice Plus that we give to children through the Children's Health Study. We're the title sponsor of the St. Jude Memphis Marathon Weekend, and we're highly involved in the Boys and Girls Club and the Volunteers of America. Let us know afterwards if you'd like to know more about how we're making an impact in these places. Now we're going to share with you why we decided to partner with the Juice Plus company. So first up, Stacy, again, would you please tell us why you chose to partner with the Juice Plus company?
So I decided to join the Juice Plus company because, first of all, after realizing the power of the nutrition and how that played a role in my husband's recovery, I knew that I had to share this with some of my family members who also had other conditions. I knew I wanted that tower garden so I could grow my own produce, and that was going to, if I could share this and be able to help others, this was going to help offset the price of that tower garden. And another aspect of the Juice Plus company and community that was really impressive to me was how everyone really locks arms to inspire each other, may that be in health or just even in personal growth. In the 20 years that I've owned my own business, I have yet to find another company like that business who's willing to help me grow or expand my business. So I love the community of people, how everyone is so supportive. The Juice Plus company has a mission statement of inspiring healthy living, and that just seems to align perfectly with my mission of being your own advocate. So it just really made perfect sense for me to join the mission with them.
Oh, very good. Thank you so much. April, would you share?
Yes, I decided to start this because I wanted to offset the cost, since I feel it's important for our entire family to be on it, but especially for my cancer kid to double up on it. So I was wanting to share to offset the cost.
Yeah, perfect. Great way to start. A lot of us start that way. Thank you so much. Kristen.
Yes. So my reasons are very similar to Stacy's. Once I knew what I knew after doing all of that research, I knew how important it was for me to share this with family and friends and people that I really cared about. And so that's why I kind of started off. But after plugging into the community and kind of meeting some of the best friends that I have now today, I just realized how much bigger this is, and I realized the part I can play in this. After I got my master's degree, I became a stay-at-home mommy, and I did not get to go and do something that fed me and fed my soul. And I'm not saying that being a mom to my 3 boys has not fed me over the years, but I needed something that I could call my own. I needed something that I could take pride in, knowing that I was making a difference in the lives of others, in the lives of the world, just being able to share this message. And so this gives me a platform to be able to stand on and share my husband's cancer story and my kids' stories revolving around allergies, asthma, and ADD. So that's really what feeds me now, and why I continue to do this and share this with people, is because I know how important it is, and I know how much our country and our children need this good nutrition today.
No, you're absolutely right. And I really appreciate your passion behind that. You're right. We get to come together, as people who've had experiences in our life and share our experiences and share our passion about what this does for us. I chose to partner with the Juice Plus company because I saw something that I could use to help a lot of people. What I was doing worked, but people couldn't sustain it. I saw something that I could share with my family who, my dad was eating a Snickers bar and drinking a Coke for breakfast. I'm not going to get him to juice 2 quarts of vegetable juice a day, but I knew he needed it. This he could do. So I saw an easy, more affordable, very convenient option for those that I loved. And as a wellness professional, my income was very inconsistent. I needed a steady income. I was looking for steady income so I could excel. As a mom, I was looking for the ability to be able to say yes. Because for me, when my daughters came to me and said, Mom, I need, and I didn't have the breathing room in my budget to make that happen, I hated that. And it could be something simple for school. So this, first of all, was that. Let me get my product paid for. Like you said, April, let me share with the people that I love the most, and let me have some breathing room. And it gave me all that and so much more. And now here I am 7 years later, still sharing this passion, still sharing this mission about inspiring health and getting to help people on such a tremendous level. And it doesn't matter to me if it's $500 a month on a very part-time basis, a full-time income like I've created, or beyond. Whatever it means to you and your family is what I want to do. So I'm very blessed that I get to do this. All right, so let's wrap this up. First of all, everybody, we appreciate you for joining us so much. Thank you again. And I want to just mention that Juice Plus is not about treating or curing any specific disease or condition. Juice Plus is simply good nutrition, highly concentrated, affordable, convenient, and scientifically proven. We're excited to network with 2 types of people. People who are ready to take their health to the next level, whether it's to check out our free resources or to make life easier by adding Juice Plus. It's only a couple dollars a day, and kids get it for free. It's the simplest, most convenient, and affordable way to add massive amounts of nutrients from plant foods to our busy families every day. Secondly, anyone wanting to earn stable residual income in order to expand their options while making a difference. The Freedom Revolution gives parents a financial peace of mind to choose mom or dad care instead of daycare. Hardworking professionals can choose to build their own dreams instead of someone else's. College kids can build a side gig to help pay for school without having to get a job. And empty nesters can increase retirement so that there's more than enough to enjoy life and give to future generations. This all takes place using a simple and proven system within a positive, fun community that we like to call the Juice Plus family. So maybe you could ask yourself, who do you know who needs to hear about this? I am so grateful, as are these other 3 ladies on the call tonight, that somebody shared Juice Plus with us. What an impact it's made on our health and our families. If you do think of someone, we'd love to invite them to an event like this. After we're done, we're going to send you the link to the Healthy Living Revolution website and just touch base with you. By the way, ladies, I just want to say this has been a blast. I have enjoyed sharing this story with you guys tonight and sharing this with everybody that's been on the call. Thank you so much for joining me in this. Do you guys have any final thoughts before we go?
Thank you guys for joining us tonight. This was so much fun. I really enjoyed sharing our story.
Me too. It means a lot to us.